Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the solo rank tips and tricks video, and as promised I'll be sharing you tips and tricks to help you better your chances of winning some solo rank chicken dinners. Now I gotta be honest with you, PUBG Solo Ranked is probably by far the hardest and most frustrating mode I have ever played as of yet. I would rather play solo squads with inverted controls and grind solo rank for 5+ hours. And I kid you not, and believe me when I say this, I started off solo rank with bronze 5 placement, and not only that, but I was at the lowest of the lowest points. But I kept pushing forward just so I can make this video to help you out in the battlegrounds for PUBG Solo Ranked. Now I heard a lot of people just say, just play it like how you play casual solos. And that's exactly what I did and got smoked by people camping in houses who not only camped in those houses, but closed all doors to make it look like nobody was there. I had to change my mindset and my playstyle to fit what solo ranked is all about, and it worked. I started noticing an increase of points, surviving longer, and in the end of an increase of chicken dinners. Remember, solo ranked has a lot more streamers and tryhard and all around experienced players. So people in the lobby aren't one to take lightly. They can and will laser you from miles away in a blink of an eye. We'll start off with some general tips and tricks and then slowly move up our way into the nitty-gritty, juicy, more specific details for solo ranked. Use the guns you're comfortable with. Again, for me, my go-to setup is the barrel and the sniper rifle. And for some reason, I am the worst with DMRs, so I don't really use DMRs. And that's why I always try to use 3x or 6x or 4x scope for my assault rifle. Manage your inventory correctly. You don't need a lot of heals and ammo to the point that you can't carry any throwables. In reality, carry like 4 first aids, probably 5 bandages, more energy drinks than painkillers because painkillers has the same size capacity as first aids, enough ammo to kill at least 2 to 3 people. You can always loot your kills later if you feel like you're safe. And some throwables. I've noticed on ranked people will be playing more sweaty, so throwables are a good way to have an edge of other people in the battlegrounds if used properly. Mark your flight path. This helps with knowing where the flight path route was and helps you think about ahead of time on where to go. Remember, just like ranked squads, the first circle will always touch the flight path. Now this should have been stated in the ranked squad tips and tricks as well, but this works well for both, and that tip is to play solo squads for warm-up. Not only is it more difficult than regular casual solos, but it helps heighten your gun recoil control and your awareness to multiple enemies. It also helps with enhancing your ability to think in crucial times on what to do next. Now don't land hot. Placement is key for solo ranked, especially because it only matches your placement and your kills since you can't get assists because this isn't ranked. But for the people who does, I notice that not a lot of people land hot anymore, but for the people who does, those people are usually the ones that has the Xbox One X or Series X or Series S with an SSD and is fairly confident that they will survive the hot drop. Land in a set of isolated compounds that has like 3 or 4 buildings or one big warehouse. It's ranked, so the loot should be better for the most part, and you should be almost set for the fight after looting your compounds. Now make sure to be wary on who is landing with or around you. It doesn't matter if you see them 500 meters away or more. Take note on where they are. Some players are sneaky and will stealthily rush you when you least expect it. It's better to know part of an information rather than not knowing many information at all. One tech that you should note is that once you're done looting your set compounds, try not to go into any other set of buildings at all. Even if you think it's safe and no doors are open, you might be surprised. You wouldn't believe how many times I died by someone literally hiding in a house and with all doors closed inside, and they're inside a bathroom with a shotgun. It's ranked and placements hold a higher standard than how many kills you can get. So I just suggest playing edge. Use ridges and cover to hide where you are, and don't blindly go inside any compounds that aren't the compounds you started looting in the first place. And if you aren't the best at or even comfortable with playing edge and not going to compounds, I suggest the middle map method. Grab a car and make sure to effectively hide your car, whether it's in a garage house or in the side of a building, and go towards the middle of the circle where you can just stand your ground and defend those compounds literally with your PUBG life. This might be a little bit more boring, but at least you're certain to have the next zone. And all you have to do is be aware of people who are trying to crash your compounds and or gunfights near you. You should normally have the higher ground when an enemy does approach you, so as long as you're decent with your shots, it should be an effective way to last longer in the battlegrounds. I know Choco Taco does this method for PUBG solos, and he is one, if not the best PUBG player with skills of shooting, and is very tactical as well. So don't listen to me in saying this is a good method, but listen to Choco Taco. He is basically the godfather of PUBG at this point anyway. Now, having tips and tricks for squad rank is way easier than solo rank due to the fact that everything can be more consistent with a team and you can trust in and have synergy with. For solos, you're literally trusting your skills and you're dependent solely on your own. The final tip I have for solos is to play with confidence. Second guessing yourself will lead you towards not succeeding in solo rank. And believe me, at the very beginning, although I'm very confident with my shots, I still was second guessing my actions, which led me to start off with a negative KD placed at bronze 5 with unfortunately 900 RP and die off the rip multiple times. I was getting so frustrated with this game mode. I was glad I wasn't streaming it, because I can't think of a time I ever got annoyed and raged so hard on PUBG. But again, I calmed down, thought of what I was doing wrong, and changed accordingly. And yes, it's still not something I would grind, but it's a lot more fun knowing I'm getting positive points rather than negative in bronze 5. But again, it's hard to have a set tips and tricks video for solo rank because it's the most random thing you ever come across. You'll have campers that does nothing but camp until they make it to the end, and you'll have those people who rush that will outgun you in a heartbeat with zero recoil control. If you would like to have an in-game tips and tricks, I already know I made one. I can show you what I was thinking at that time of the match, and let me know by hitting that like button if you want to see more of those. It'll show me that you want to an in-game, inside the mind of Brent Bryson on what to do. But that will be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I talked for a pretty long time. I'm getting out of breath now, so I'll leave it with a have a good day and stay beautiful. I need water.